Hi guys, it's Joey from Big Brother again. Obviously, oh, I'm gonna get my camera right. I'm not naked. I have a strapless bra on. I'm just gonna video record how I do my makeup, so that if anyone has any questions about how I get my daily look, well, I'm going to work, so this is a little bit more than I usually wear, but I mean, pretty close to my daily thing if I decide to do the whole thing. So, here we go. So the first thing I do is oh, I'm going to put on, this is Fusion ink from YSL. It's like a 24-hour lasting long foundation, and I really like it because it goes on really matte and smooth, and it's really good coverage, and I don't have to wear a primer with it because it's 24-hour wear. And so I really like this guy. And I like that the thing doesn't drip all over the place, so I can just put it all over my face and go for it. So I look like a crazy person right now, so I'm going to take my blender brush that's super dirty right now. I'm just going to blend it in. This video is also so that I can see how long it takes me to do my makeup, because I think that, I don't know, if you get your own routine down, I mean, you could have technically a 5-minute face if you know how to do your own makeup really well. If you take the time, obviously, it's just like anything. You practice, and you get faster, and you get better at it. So don't forget underneath the neck, no one wants a line. There, foundation is on. Looks awesome. Okay, so got that on. That was pretty fast. Now I'm going to take Smashbox. Can you see that? Smashbox lid primer. This stuff works great. It's a nice neutral color, kind of like a flesh color, and I just put that from my lash line, and I take the pad of my finger, and I just pat it in from the lash line, and I mean from the lash line. I really get it close to my lashes, up to my arch. And I do this so that my eyeshadow stays on all day. And for me, this is like prepping your canvas. If you're a painter out there, if I'm talking to painters or artists, you want to prime your canvas before you put any paint on it, because it just makes it nice, neutral, makes the paint last longer. It's a nice surface. And if you're going to do your makeup, do it well and keep it on all day. So that's just Smashbox primer. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this is a MAC palette from a long time ago, and I'm just going to take my blending brush, that guy right there. This is from Smashbox. I use this on literally everything. So I'm taking that brown color right there. There's no sparkles in it. This is just to carve out my eye a little bit. And I take the tip of the brush and I just put it right into my bone structure right there. And kind of like a little mouth on the side of your eye. I don't know if I've ever give anyone makeup lessons that's listening to this right now. You can, like, there's a mouth on the side, and you can see how nicely that carved it out. And it's so easy. If you have the right brushes, everything's so much easier. And you can just look good all the time, and that's awesome. So, more of that guy. Whatever you do to one side, do to the other. Here we go. I'm literally just going into where the dome of my eye comes out and where my bone is, and I really don't even move out of that area. I don't know if you guys can see that. So there's a weird shadow being cast right there. And I go to about, if you take the handlebar of your brush and you line it up with the lower part of your eye, it should connect with the tail of your eyebrow. It's a little high up for me. I have to draw my eyebrows in, but usually that's a marker of where you should extend your eyeshadow out to. So you know individually where to put it on you, not just like, oh, I heard you're supposed to put your eyeshadow this far. Everyone has markers on their own face that you should know about so you can do your makeup the best that you can do on your face. Okay, the next guy is the highlight. So I'm going to take the same brush. I love these brushes because you can just like brush them off and go from a dark color that I just used to a lighter color. Which one should I use? I'm going to take, I just have a palette, just like a zebra palette. I love these because they magnetize to the bottom of it. And it's really good for traveling and stuff like that. And I'm just going to put that underneath the brow. This is just a shimmery white color. Not too shimmery, obviously, so that I don't look like a stripper. But not that frosting is bad, but I don't know. Strippers aren't bad. I just don't want to look like one. So if there's any strippers out there, it's cool. It's cool. So just do a little highlight. And I do a little bit in the tear duct area. That makes the whites of your eyes look whiter, making you look healthier. So great. I've got a highlight. I've got that all nice and carved out. Now I'm going to add a little bit more depth to the outside corners of my eye. So same brush. And we're going to be really calculated with this so that we don't add too much. Dotting it on each side, so whatever I do to one side, I do to the other, so I'm not making anything unsymmetrical. And a really good tip is to tilt your head up so you can see the symmetricalness of it. If I'm down like this, it's hard for me to see on each eye how symmetrical it is, but if I tip up and I can see that shadow, I can see if I'm doing symmetrical work or not. And I'm not going all the way in with this. If I go all the way in, it's going to make it really dark in there. If you have weight right there, weight meaning like a dark color, it's going to make you look all cross-eyed. And you're going to be like, what? So, got that down. And I kind of have smaller eyes, so I want to make them look bigger. Women, if you already have large eyes, that's kind of what we're already trying to do with makeup anyway. So if you have big eyes already, I don't know, maybe you just don't have to do as much as us small-eyed girls. But, yeah, if you already have it, then why add to it, I guess. I'm just going to do that. So I'm going to make sure that the dark shadow and the light highlight underneath my brow is blended in together, because you don't want the dark and then the light. Have you ever seen that on women? It's just, it looks kind of drag queenish, which drag queens are cool. I like them, but I don't want to look like one right now. You know, so okay. So I'm going to get a medium color. Medium, what's a good medium color? I would say, where's my other palette? Oh, I've got another palette right here. I got palettes everywhere. So I'm going to take, it's like a shimmery neutral gold color. And I'm going to go where the dark and the light meets, so that there's a transition between the two. It goes light, medium, dark. That means it'll be nice and blended, and you won't look like a cross-dresser, which is always good. Always a good time. Okay, so I've done that. Looking good, looking good. My eyes are nice and angled out. Kind of that exotic almond eye look. I pretty much do that on everyone because I think everyone looks good with it. Unless you already have those eyes naturally, like I kind of do, but not all the way. So I make sure that I emphasize on that because it looks really good. So now, I'm going to take that dark color that I used in my crease, and I'm going to take just a little brush from NARS, and I'm just going to go into my lash line. And literally, like I'm going into my lash line. Don't pull it far away or something. Don't be afraid to get into your lash root, because that's where you want it to look the thickest. If out here, you're going to look like you have a black eye. So you can see that nice angle that I'm getting. The lighting sucks. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just wanted to tape this and see how long it takes me to do my makeup. I am talking while I'm doing it. Maybe that's making it go a little bit longer, but I mean, this is pretty much the daily routine. And not being cocky, but I get a lot of compliments on my makeup, so why not show people how I do my makeup? So I'm going to take a paddle brush. This is an Aveda brush. It holds a little bit more pigment, and I get a little bit more pop of a color, and I want a little bit more highlight underneath the brow, so I'm going to just go underneath there real quick. Just a little arch right there. Not bad. And then putting a highlight underneath your brow makes everyone's brows just look better. It just does. It looks awesome. And you can always go back in with your blender brush too and blend that a little bit more. Blending is the best thing that ever has happened to people, women, general, or whatever. Okay, so now I'm going to do my brows. I'm just going to take an angled brush right there from MAC. It's a, what is it, a 219? Something. It's all worn off. So it's just an angled brush. And I'm going to do some brows. So with me, I start kind of back here so that I don't get too much weight up here. And I just get that beautiful archway, and you can see how that definition is starting to come up. And I get my eyebrows waxed, which really helps, and I've got a decent amount of brow hair. If you've plucked your brows out of your face and you don't have a lot left, I mean, it's really important to learn how to fill in your brows. At least personally, because, what was I going to say? Oh, because it just adds structure to your face. I mean, look at this side compared to this side. I mean, I like that this side looks a little bit more lifted and stuff like that. And so that's why I like that. I mean, and even if you're a blonde, you're like, I've got really light brows. I've never had brows. I'm like, well, then you're missing out on some good structure because it's awesome to have some brows, man. Okay, so we're starting back here. Don't start way up here. You're going to get that weight and you're going to look mad and angry. See that? See how your brows are close together? They look angry. But if they're separated, they look a little bit more happy and balanced. And remember, brows are never twins. They're sisters. They look alike, but they're never going to be super symmetrical. Your face isn't symmetrical. No one's is. I mean, it's cool if you do have one, but it kind of looks weird if it's all symmetrical. Okay, so I've done that. Brows look nice. What was I going to do next? Oh, I'm going to do some liner. So this is Shocking Liner from, well, it's Baby Doll from YSL. It lasts a long time, and these have the best tips ever. See that tip? It's mistake proof because it gives you such a nice line, and it gets really close to the lash line. You can mark with it, and it's the formula. It's water resistant, not waterproof, so you can get it off with soap and water. But you just it's just so easy to put on. The felt I'm not a huge fan of just because it's like a sponge and it expels too much if you press. I mean, you got to be really careful with it. If you're not careful with it, you screw it up, and no one has really has all that time in the morning. So I'm just going to. I'm looking at a mirror that's kind of far away from me. I would usually look at a close-up mirror for this, but I want to show you guys how I do it. And I'm going to do some more tutorials that are a little bit more, I don't know, focused on different things. But I want you guys to tell me how you guys want to see those tutorials, because I just kind of wanted to see how I do my makeup. So this really gets in the tear duct area. You always want to do your liner all the way in. Never, like, I just stop here. Always go into the tear duct. You always want this beautiful flowy line going all the way out. If your line just stops, then people's eyes stop there, and you're cutting off your eye. So don't cut off your eye. And this is the same marker with the eyeshadow. You take the handle of it, you line it up with that bottom lash line, and it should intersect with your eyebrow right there. And I do a little mark. See that mark right there? Yeah. If you know your points on your face, you will just, I mean, after a couple weeks, you'll know how to do this stuff. And you can look just hot all the time. That was a big statement. I don't look hot all the time, but I think I better myself when I'm all put together. I mean, makeup makes me feel better, so it makes me look better. If makeup doesn't make you feel better, then don't wear it. If you feel hot without makeup, sweet. Either way is good. I just know I look better with my makeup on. So you look better, you feel better, or any other way. I feel hot without makeup on too. It's like a whole nother look. But so now I'm connecting the top line to this line right here. I hope you guys can see that. And I just fill it in. But I don't ever interrupt that line right there. If you start interrupting the end of it, it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you're like, great, I look like Amy Winehouse. Great singer, but I wouldn't want to look like her. So don't touch the tip of your eyeliner. It'll just get larger and larger and larger, and you're not gonna like yourself and all that stuff. Okay, so I've done my liner. Looks awesome. Remember, it's from this point to this point. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. When I put on liner too, I do little hash marks. And I'm going in all different directions. Get it as far into that as you can. Remember, the line goes from the tear duct all the way to that flick. Okay, and then how do I mark this? I pressed a little too hard on that, so now the tip is too thick. Which sounds sexual, but it's not. The tip is not too thick. Whatever. Talking about eyeliner. Okay, anyways. So that's not a big deal. It's going to be a little unsymmetrical today. But I'm still not going to touch that tip because if I do, it's going to get bigger. I don't want it to. So I'm just going to fill it in, connect those lines. I'm just going to check this real quick. My eyeliner's off. Shit. That's okay. We're going to have to make this one a little bit bigger, but you're always checking on either side. I mean, that's what's fun about learning makeup is you learn how to turn mistakes into intentional looking things. So since I went bigger on this side, I'm going to go bigger on this side. It's easier than taking it all off and starting over again. Don't think that you have to do that. You just have to match the sides and roll with it for the day. Unless you've got time to take it off and start over, but I don't, so. I love this liner. It's dark enough that you get the payoff of a black liner, but it's plum and a little bit of a shine to it. So, like, my eyes are green, so plum just brings it out. And I'm like, woo! It's more fun than just doing black, I think. Just making sure that everything is symmetrical. Beautiful. You guys see that? I know that it's not the best lighting in the world. I've got some shit on my vanity, but now you can see that a little bit more. Love it. Okay, so let's see. So we've done the eyeliner. You know how to mark it or whatever. Now I'm going to contour the face and highlight it. I think people are really curious about this. So what I'm using is where is it? So it's a mixture of things. So this is from NARS. This is NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. This stuff is out everywhere. It really sucks. It's a really great concealer. It sucks that they're always out because it blends incredibly. And I'm just going to create this really great, oh, a little too much there. I'm doing a little bit of a triangle right there, but this is exactly where you can see where the light hits. Even though this is really shitty lighting that I'm in, see where it's lighter on my face? Like you can see all this right here, up right here, down my nose. That's where you want to highlight. I mean, it's really pretty lighting, and so when I'm in darker lighting, but I've highlighted with makeup, it kind of does this lighting all the time, so you're winning all the time. It's like perfect. So, and I'm going to do a little bit right here. And you can see that I'm doing this over the all-over foundation that I just did. It's because I really don't want this to be covered up. And if you have one that blends really well, then you don't really have to worry about that. I got a little bit on my eyebrows. Okay. Easily fixed. But I'm just marking this like I look like a wild bush person. But I really want you to see where I highlight so you guys can do it. Around the nose. This gets so shadowy through like the tear duct area and around the nose and stuff. And a lot of women, they just put concealer right. You can see where, okay, you can see a little bit better right there. Yeah. And I'm just gonna, I need to get better at straightening my nose out. And we're gonna do a little bit. I don't really have much of a chin. If you could see on the show, like I just didn't have a chin. I was like, oh, I need a chin. Not that I get lots of hair or anything, but. And then I've got like scars by my lips that I really don't like, so. This is my contouring. It brings out my brows up top. It brings out my under eye area, it brings out my chin. Anything light pops out. Anything dark recedes in. You want to get rid of something, put something dark on it. If you want to bring it out, put something light on it. Boom, done. So you just take your finger, take the heat of it, and just start pressing it. I am pushing in and slightly dragging. That is the key. I've already placed this concealer where I want it to be. So I'm not trying to mix it all in. If you blend it like that, you're going to end up white face. You're going to spread it in places that you didn't want it to be. You've already precisely placed, say that 10 times, precisely placed where you want your highlight to be. So you don't technically want to move it around. You want to just press it in. The heat of your finger will help to melt it in. And then I'm just going to do this real quick. And by the way, I am working at downtown Nordstrom's. I am with YSL, and I love YSL. All the French products in the world are great. The skincare is fabulous. So if anyone wants to come and see me for a lesson or introduced to the product or for any other line, I've been doing makeup for a while, and I know a lot of the different lines. And if anyone would like to come for a bridal consultation or anything like that, for a last minute makeup artist or anything like that, I am available. I'm working today from 2:30 to close, so I'll be there for a while. But yeah, this is, you can see where the highlight is taking place, and look at that beautiful, let me go on the side, angle that I'm getting. When I do the bronzer, you guys are gonna be like, what? It's beautiful. And this, I love this concealer because it just blends into skin perfectly. And I'm going to go around the nose, obviously go around the nose. Around the nose, it gets all like, I don't know, red and stuff, and I got those right there. So, and I'm just going to, this light and dark just completely sculpts the whole face. And this doesn't, I mean, I love this stuff. It's so great. We're always out of it at, I'm back. Hi, guys. Sorry, my computer went to sleep. I love this stuff. As you can see, I'm going to step back. Sorry. You can see that highlight on that side. Obviously, this side isn't mixed in yet, but so I'm going to take my other finger, help melt it in. Remember, I'm not wiping it around. I'm just pressing it. And look at that beautiful highlight I'm getting. I love makeup. Oh, and it's real. It's not Photoshop. It's something that you can really learn how to do. Someone can teach you. And with practice, just like anything else, you can look better and feel better, and it's something real. And I really like that. It's not something you have to get Photoshop and stuff. It's really on your skin. It works well, and I love that you can learn how to do it yourself. And that's pretty empowering. Okay, so my highlight is in. It just warms right up. I love this stuff. Creamy concealer from NARS. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous stuff. Always sold out. Sorry. What was I going to do? Oh, okay. So I'm going to take this guy. I forgot what this brush is called. It's always sold out at NARS, which really sucks. Sorry. I'm like showing you guys all everything that's like sold out. But it's the best. I call it the Witch Broom brush. And it's so great. It does everything because you can brush it off and go into whatever powder you want. Instead of needing like 10 brushes, you can have like one brush that does like 5 things and this eye brush that does like 3 things. It's perfect. So the bronzer I'm going to use is a YSL. And mine come in this because, yeah, like that. Like that. And it's matte. No shimmer, no shine. Take your brush. And now you can see with the shadow like this, you can actually see where that goes. And if you press in, you can feel your bone. But another good marking tool for you, so you're, not just like, oh, you put bronzer right here. You tragus to the tip of the mouth. You even put your bar right there. See that beautiful line? Start back here and just go for it. It may look dark, but it's really not because it's going into your bone. No, Bubba, no. And you can use Smile. See where that shadow is? It's gorgeous. Ooh. You can see, ooh, I love that. Okay, and then it just, we've got the dark, and then I'm going to put it in the temple. So, like I said, dark minimizes things. So I don't have a large forehead, so I'm not going to go with that rule of like, bronzing my whole forehead. I'm just going to put a little bit up there to warm it up a little bit, but besides that, I want to enlarge my forehead. That's where that highlight comes in. I don't want to minimize it, but I do want to kind of minimize my cheeks right there just to bring out that beautiful highlight right there. So if you go to a makeup artist and they're like, oh, you do a 3 on the side of your face, that's a good way to remember it, but you really need to gauge it for your bone structure, not just a rule you heard. You know, I mean, the rules are great. I know we're all creatures of habit, but at the same time, it's like, I'm gonna do it underneath my jaw. I kind of had the notorious Joey Van Pelt double chin from Big Brother. I'm always like, but see, look, it's gone. It's like those things that came out on Facebook where those, girls are always like in pictures, the angle perfect, like the dog face and stuff like that. But then they would do that picture. They're like, I mean, it's like, come on. I mean, we're not, we're not dolls. We don't have to look like that all the time. Okay, so, and we're going to do the other side now. So from the tragus to the side of the mouth. And remember, I'm not bringing this line all the way to here. I'm literally going dark to light. And I can feel for that bone. Really feel for your bone. Always feel for your bone. That's your bone structure. That's where your bronzer belongs. And then we're going to put a little bit in the temple. Let's just see these beautiful lines right here. Boom. Boom. It's all the triangle. The triangle. Really attractive people have this like triangle that naturally just comes out. And now I'm going to take my blending brush that I used on my eyes and you just have to like do this. That's all you have to do. I use this for eyeshadow, but I'm going to use it for a little bit of contouring my nose, which I think is really great. So I'm just going to do this real quick. I even go into the eye a little bit just to give that a little bit more dimension. And always make sure, obviously to double check this with a close up mirror so you get it right. But most of the time I can eyeball it pretty good. Great, awesome. So I'm just going to check that real quick. The warmth of your finger is the best tool to melt anything in. Your face is warm, your fingers are warm, it's a creamy consistency, and you want those two to bond and to make love on your face, because making love on your face makes you look hot. That was me. That's my impression of that. Okay. So, and always check for texture differences around like your eyebrows, because it's hair and then there's skin. So your makeup is going to get caught in between that transition between textures. Always double check these things so that, and this all sounds so hard, but it's not. Double check it and you're good to go. Okay, so I've double checked things. I made sure that my contouring on my nose looks natural. Yay for natural contouring. I love it. It looks really nice. Okay, so now blush. I love blush. A lot of women are like, I don't wear blush. I just wear bronzer, which is a horrible mistake. Unless you have like rosacea that like comes through your foundation. I mean, warm up your face. Like, good cheek color makes us look healthy. If you see people that are unhealthy, they're usually lacking color in their face. And you're like, they look like shit. People that have color in their face look young and like they've got good circulation. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna be using this is an old blush from MAC, and it's called Hibiscus or My Paradise. And I'm gonna use the same brush that I used for my bronzer. I love this guy. Just brush it off, and you do it again. So for me, I want to, because I already have natural volume right there, and if you put your blush like little circles like dolls right there, it's gonna make it come out. I want to bring it out a little bit, but I'm just going to put a little bit up here. It gets a little bit up around my cheeks, but it just warms it up. There's way too much light for you guys to even see that, but bronzer and blush are two different things. Bronzer makes you look like you haven't eaten in a couple of days, which is not, a bad look, but you need some roundness right there, especially if you're a woman that lacks a lot of volume in their face and are more like deflated. You need to put blush super like on, like round, flat. It'll pop those cheeks out and make you look a lot healthier. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on because I love blush. Because I don't wear a bronzer. I mean, yeah, just wear both, man. It looks the best. So now it's time for mascara, of course. I'm gonna be using. Where's my mascara? Where's my mascara? I had mascara, but anyways, so I'm going to be using, it's called Baby Doll from YSL, and it's a really clean lash I like a lot of length. I add a lot of volume through the way that I do my makeup. Because I've got liner on, I mean, which makes my lashes look thicker. I've already done a lot that makes it look thicker. So I mean, mascara to me, it's got like medium thickness and medium. Now you guys are gonna see the inside of my nose, and someone's gonna take a still shot and be like, Joey Van Belt's inside of her nose. Okay, so yeah, just put that guy on. I always go for black mascara, and if I'm gonna do a colored mascara, I go for a dark version of that color. None of this like neon green mascara shit. It looks like shit. So like use it. But I mean, that's just me. If you're into it, then and you feel good doing it, my God, do it. Who am I to say what makes people feel good? Okay. So I really get it. I get this guy like under my lash line. You've heard of tight lining where you put liner underneath your top waterline. It's a really great trick, but with this mascara, it stays there, so I don't even have to do that. It's already all sealed in there. Makes it look really nice and lengthened and stuff like that. So, let's see. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I know it's a long one, but I've had people ask, like, what do you do on a daily basis to get ready for work? And, honestly, that was kind of a reason why I cut off my hair. I have a lot of hair. It takes a lot of time. I used to have long, curly hair. And I'm just more of a makeup girl. And it puts more focus on my face. So I'm just a short-haired girl. Nothing happened. No one broke up with me. It was just a decision I made to get a little bit more time for my... I'm like fanning it out, going from the very root up. Yay! Definition in our lashes, yay! Just making sure. Always double check. Always double check your face. Take a mirror, go outside, make sure everything's good. I mean, that's a really good tip is when you go for foundation, always go check out in the bright sun if it looks good. Foundations oxidize sometimes, and they get a little bit more orangey, or things look different in different lighting. If something looks really good in the bright sunlight, like summertime, then it's going to look good anywhere. I mean, the sun is what gives away, like, texture, the look of things, and, like, everything. So, always take a hand mirror from the makeup artist and go look outside. All right. Yeah. I think I'm ready for work. So, oh, here, lips. I'm just gonna use a lip stain, or actually, I'm gonna do. This is called Kiss 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 and Blush from Baby Doll. It's from YSL, but it's a velvety stain, so it doesn't go into your lines at all. You know the watery stains, like Benefit has like a lip and cheek and stuff like that. You can't put it on all mediums of makeup. You have to put it on bare skin or whatever, and I hate that because I want to be able to put it on everything, bare skin, tinted moisturizer, like everything. Oh, I have an itch. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna. I like this one. This is a more natural look. I have slightly larger lips, and I feel like if I put a really, really, really noticeable color on, then I'm kind of like my lips enter the room first, which is not a bad thing. But I kind of have to be in the mood for a dark lip. I mean, a bright lip. I don't really like. I don't know. Dark lips to me. I'm not a very dark lip person. I think that just comes from liking color. Obviously, I hate color. You can tell by the dark colors I put in my hair, but this color is pretty much my lip color, just slightly darker and brighter. It's so pretty. Oh my god. And I've already brushed my teeth. Always brush your teeth before you put goddamn lips on. Always do that. It messes me up. Okay, so that's it. That's what I do to get ready for work. Hope you guys like this, and I'm hoping to get back into tutorials. I know I suck at that. But yeah, if you girls, guys, in betweens, have any questions for me, let me know, and I'll answer it. And anything from like Big Brother to makeup to what do I use in my hair, questions about Big Brother, let me know. Kind of put it in the comments below because Twitter gets so mumbly jumbly that I can't like read it. Maybe I'm just an old person that can't do it. But okay, thanks guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. I'm gonna stop recording right now.